going on, man? Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh my God, Arsenal absolutely shit the bed at home to Brighton and Hove Albion. 3-0, you know. 3-0, and Manchester City are this close away from being crowned Premier League champions. 3-peat driller. Oh my days, unbelievable scenes.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm nearly deaf. I'm genuinely nearly deaf. So Hugh, you have to take it for a minute, innit?
Bro, I'm in absolute dreamland. I'm an absolute dream. You guys can hear me clear. Just so the chat know, we're trying something different here on the.
Yeah,
you can hear me all right, yeah?
You're clear, bro.
Yeah, man. Listen. Yeah. I'm in absolute dreamland. Absolute dreamland. We have bigger fish to fry. City don't want to like us. We have the heritage. We have the history. Young, enthusiastic team. Haaland makes City worse.
Yeah.
One to go.
Bro, it's a madness. I cannot believe they got battered. They just got absolutely beat up, man. They just got beat hard. Big time.
Genuinely, Brighton.
Big time.
They didn't even deserve to win that game. Brighton were genuinely the better team as well.
Oh, by clear. They were absolutely clear. The scoreline didn't flatter Brighton, man. They were absolutely battered them. And I've got to say, man, you can't lie. I've seen Arsenal fans saying they've not bottled the league. They have bottled the league, man. There's nothing else you can say. It's true. You know, they dropped points at Liverpool, 2-0 up. Dropped points at West Ham, 2-0 up. They lost against bottom of the league, Southampton. They didn't even get near us in the big game at the Etihad. And they've lost by 3-0 today. Manchester City are this close now to becoming Premier League champions once more. That 3-peat is almost there for you. United fans are absolutely crying about that. They've also got to worry about their treble. That's a different set of fish. Right now, we are absolutely cruising, man. Arsenal, good try, lads. Good try. You done good in it. You done good. Yeah, you had a good spell this season. You done good. You got the new record. You got Haaland records. Now you got records as well. You know, most days spent on the top of the Premier League. That's a sick record. You know, I genuinely think that's mega. Like, you're consistently good. But the time that you needed to be mint, the time that you needed to show that little bit of determination and grit, I'm afraid it wasn't there, man. And at the end of the day, that only means one thing. That you're not going to be Premier League champions. We need one win, man. One win.
1 win in 3 is what it is.
1 win in 3. That's it, man.
So we have a massive chance next week to do it in our last fucking home game.
Technically, actually, we only need a draw, really, because of the goal difference. A draw will be fine as well.
The best thing for me is the fact that we can win it at home. We can win it at home now. We can win it in our own ground. Obviously, we had 2 away games, Brighton and Brentford, the last 2 games. And if it was to go down to the wire, I think it's only 1,400 City fans or something got tickets for Brentford away, and they'd all obviously have a class day, and we'd love to win it regardless. But the fact that we can do it in the Etihad, the 3-peat, history in the making. No other club but our nearest and dearest rivals, Man United, has ever done this. Yeah. And we can do this. I said to you before we went live in chat, this is crazy. This day next week, we could be Premier League champions, potentially, please God, in a Champions League final and in an FA Cup final. Ooh. We are, I think, a maximum of 5 games away from winning a treble. Yeah. It's getting crazy. I'm starting to believe now.
Nah, you need to believe, bro. You need to believe, because I tell you, the way that we're playing at the moment, we're showing such experience and determination. You know, Arsenal have shown their naivety in the last month or so. You know, they've shown that they're naive. They've shown their inexperience. City completely different. Look, we went to a difficult place today. We went to Goodison Park, right, which is a difficult place to go, a place that can cause you issues. They're scrapping to stay in the division, right? And we turned up and we were so good, you know, in terms of our big game play. And look at that tonight from Arsenal. Shambolic all over the pitch, man. You know what I mean? Defensively poor. In the midfield transition, poor. Up front, they were useless. You know what I mean? Taking off Odegaard again. You know what I mean? This is your captain. You're losing the game that's pretty much going to hand Manchester City the title, and you take off your captain Odegaard. What is this? You know what I mean? Taking off Jesus. Nah. You know what I mean? This is the difference, man. This is the difference. Manchester City are the difference, and we keep going. What's that? 11 Premier League wins on a row. Look, we were in a people like to talk about City. Oh, it's easy for City. It's not easy for City at all. We put ourselves in a situation back in January, February, where we pretty much needed to win every single game to the end of the season, and it was looking unlikely. And somehow Pep Guardiola and this team have just gone at it, you know what I mean, take it step by step. I still remember a couple of months ago saying we've still not won 4 games in the Premier League in a row. Do you remember that? You know what I mean? We were so poor, and from somewhere we found something within this squad to say, you know what, we need to start building something right now. We can't wait, and we just went game by game. That's it. We didn't start looking ahead. We didn't start looking at track. We just went, let's win a game, and let's win the next game. And we did that. 11 in a row. We're on a mad unbeaten streak, like 25 games unbeaten. We're cooking. Premier League's all but wrapped up. 2 draws is all we need, or 1 win, either or. As you say, Hugh, FA Cup final. We're one game away from the Champions League final. This team is cooking. You know what I mean? It's on form, and big up to Arsenal today for the L. And that's took a lot of pressure off this side, I think, now. You know what I mean? Because going to Brentford, going to Brighton, I don't really want to play Brighton the way that they just played today on a real. You know what I mean? So the fact that we can win against Chelsea and win the league, or even get a draw, you know what I mean? We can go to Brighton or Brentford last games of the season, just get a draw, and we've won the league. So fantastic position to be in. Very proud of the way the squad has reacted to the adversity mid-season. Just after the World Cup, we looked lethargic, sluggish. We were really poor. You know, didn't create chances. Pretty boring to watch. And then Pep had his outburst, you know what I mean? Unlike Conte, didn't just destroy the team. He managed to get a reaction from the players. And, look at where we are now. You know, 4 points clear of Arsenal. They've got 2 games to go. 1 win, 2 draws. And it's ours.
Big. MLK with a 2 says, we are City, Super City from Rose. It's I LFG. Yes, MLK. James G with a 10 said, emergency situation. The bottle's cracked. Nick told the 14s, I said, we win 3-0. They lose 3-0. Nail in coffin, Bray. I mean, it is full nail in coffin pretty much. F1 Man City with the 3 months. Yes, mate. It says, come on, City. Sebastian with the 27 says, Ramsdale was shit. Don't understand people rating him. A bit dodge. Shebs with a 1 month says, we've got bigger fish to fry. Joe Webb with a 2 says, the inevitables. Dare we say the dreaded T word? I mean, people don't like talking about the T word, innit? But I mean, it's up to you.
I gotta buy into it now. I gotta buy into it now. I said 5 games. It's actually 4 games. It's 4 games. It's 2 Champions Leagues, 1 Premier League, and 1 FA Cup game away from winning a treble. You gotta buy into it now. And if we get it wrapped up versus Chelsea, like, we're in a position, hopefully, if we win that, where we could potentially rest players. We could start to give players a proper week or 2 off from playing matches in preparation for that in preparation for that week, essentially. That week from the 3rd of June to the 10th of June, if we're in a Champions League final, of course, is the week where we could potentially win the treble. So we can really prepare for that. So, you know, hopefully beat Madrid midweek. Then that Chelsea game has to become proper cup final mode. Doesn't matter, you know, what position we're in. It's out to beat them, because it can set us up then for the remainder of the season. So I couldn't ask for much more, man. What a brilliant weekend.
Yeah, I just seen as well, there is 2 T words in it. There's obviously treble was one of them, but the other one is three-peat, and we can say that one now. We can say that T word because it is there. Obviously, treble, we're very close to it. We're very close. Like you say, one Premier League game, 2 Champions League games in an FA Cup. That's it. 4 games away from a treble, that's insane when you think about it like that. LJ, yes, LJ with a 249. They're so afraid of the Sharks, they killed themselves. That's it. I mean, shot myself in the foot. I still remember, bro. I still remember being like doing streams and that and thinking, we've still got to rely on Arsenal dropping points somewhere.
Yeah, I know.
It's weird to think that now in this position. Like, we're 1 win away from winning the Premier League. Crazy.
But you know what? Like, I'm seeing all these people on Twitter saying, oh, well, what can you do when City go on an 11-game winning streak or a 22-game unbeaten? I'll tell you what to do. Don't drop points to West Ham. Don't drop points to Southampton. Don't drop points to Liverpool. And don't get smacked up at home to Brighton. Don't lose twice, home and away this season to your direct title rivals. You fucked it for yourself.
True.
You started off the best and you couldn't maintain the pace.
You're right,
they
bro.
fucked it for themselves. We capitalised.
The fact are, Manchester City deserve this league title. We've beaten Arsenal home and away. We beat them 3 times. We beat them in the FA Cup as well. You know what I mean? And as you rightly say, they have shown throughout the season, look at Said in the chat.
I know, I was just about to say, Said's packed his bag.
You're crying, Said. You're getting
bro.
sweaty, Said. You're getting a bit nervous, brother, yeah?
He's
The
having a bad
3-peat.
time.
The Sharks.
Said,
nervous.
He's packed his bags ready to get off for a full summer.
Them mountains in Dubai, bro. They're ready for it. Now, listen, the facts are this.
I'll see you tomorrow, Said.
The facts are this, yeah? Listen, Manchester City beat Arsenal home and away, right? And all season we've been saying at some point Arsenal will crumble. At some point they will crumble. And it has happened. They went 2-0 up at Anfield, drew 2-2. 2-0 up against West Ham, drew 2-2. They got beat off bottom of the table, Southampton. You know what I mean? They couldn't beat City home or away. They couldn't even lay a glove on us, man. So the fact are Manchester City are the best team in this Premier League. We've shown it once again. GG's, they've had a good play, you know what I mean, a good run, but ultimately, you know, I said all season, there's only 1 week that matters when you're top of the league, and that's match day 38. You can be top of the league all season, I don't care. You know what I mean? It's that last match day 38, who is going to be top of the league. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. And we've been here and done it. We've hunted down teams before. We've hunted down Arsenal yet again. And yeah, you know, they've got to blame themselves. They've got to look at themselves in the mirror and say, how have they been in this position to win the league and absolutely bottle it? They have bottled it. And some Arsenal fans don't want to hear that. But the facts are, you can either accept that you bottled it because you did bottle it, and try and address that for next time, or did be in denial. No, we didn't bottle it. It's Manchester City's money, blah, blah, blah. It's all this cheats or whatever. Whatever. The facts are, Manchester City didn't play you when you were 2-0 up against Liverpool. Manchester City went on the pitch when you went 2-0 up against West Ham and drew 2-2. Manchester City went on the pitch when you lost 3-2 against Southampton, bottom of the league at home. Manchester City weren't on the pitch today. You know what I mean? It's their own fault. They bottled it. But on a Manchester City point of view, we knew what we had to do, just like we've done before. We knew, boom, we have to win every game now to the rest of the season, and that's exactly what we've done. Fantastic from the players to recover from where we were in January, February, when it was fucking diabolical, some of the play that we were doing, to get to this position right now. GG's, very, very proud of the boys, and let's go and make it happen. Let's go lift that trophy next weekend on Sunday against Chelsea. I don't want to win the title at Brighton or Brentford. Yeah, I want to win it on Sunday at home in front of the City fans. Let's go do it. Let's go beat Real Madrid. Let's get ourselves into the Champions League final. We're in the FA Cup final. Treble is loaded.
It's mad to think that next week could be so massive. The fact that we could be in a Champions League final and win the Premier League in the same week.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is wild. Callum with a 2 said, yes, can't wait till Big 6. Hugh, let's go City. Yes, Hugh got bigger.
I can't wait, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna have to tell these man what's what, because we don't get enough respect. Enough people don't actually pay attention to the fact that City also have dealt with adversity this season. We've played the larger part of the season with one fullback at the club in Kyle Walker, essentially, that can actually play games. We have little or no depth for people like Rodri and other players around the pitch. We don't have the same depth that people seem to think we do. The Chargers arrive at our doorstep the day after we lose away to Tottenham. That could have sent the whole club from top to bottom into panic mode. Instead, we all came together, got behind the team, got behind the manager. Even the manager spoke about it. And we all kept going with this aggressive winner mentality. You have to have that. And I'm just so proud of the way we've reacted to all the situations, even the Cancelo thing, when all that kicked off, the way we handle all these issues. It's what makes us get to this stage of the season and be able to be aggressive and be able to get over the line. I know we haven't done it just yet, but we've put ourselves in a position where we can do this. And people say it's all about money, it's all about this, it's all about that. It's not. There's so much more to winning these leagues. You don't win 3 in a row by just having a bit of cash. Look at our neighbours across the road. They spent more money than us, and they've won sweet fuck all but a Carabao Cup that they laughed at when we won 4 in a row.
Yeah.
This club is built different. When they said they're built different after they knocked Barcelona out of the Europa League, they didn't know what they're on about. We are built different right now. Under Pep Guardiola, we are built different. We're doing things differently. And people do not pay. People don't put anywhere near enough respect on it, man. We're doing something special right now. Chat about it, stick your chest out, and be fucking proud to be a Blue. Special times, man.
That was sick. Hey, that was sick. On, built different Blues, innit? We are the built different Blues.
Man.
We're the built different Blues. Yes, it's you. That was sick. Rio says, UK, what makes it worse? Sterling is at Chelsea, and if we beat them, he has to see us go crazy. Oh, yeah. That's a bit of a rip, that, isn't it? Sterling being at Chelsea, obviously saying about the whole Ballon d'Or thing. And then he might have to watch us lift the Premier League. That stinks. That does stink. I didn't even think about that because, you know what I mean? That's not the narrative, man. That's not the narrative.
I hate that guy, but you know the saying, man. You know the old saying goes that we know for a long time. The grass ain't always greener.
That's it. That's it. The grass ain't always greener, bro. Yes, for the 7 months says massive week now. Beat Madrid and Chelsea, and then huge battle for the treble at Wembley. And just a wait, Arsenal fan will say 81 points, won league so many times. Yeah, they'll say that now. They'll have all the excuses, mate. They'll have all the excuses. We're just saying them, bro. Rio just super chatted us then, and it's Sterling potentially will watch us lift the Premier League title.
Oh God.
but on the other side.
Oh,
that is grim, isn't it? That is pure grim.
That is pain from him.
Delta with 11. Yes, Delta, mate. Or Data. I think it's Data.
For the sake of Ram.
This will give the team a huge boost for Wednesday, knowing we are in touching distance. Exactly,
mate. And I said before the game today, before this, it was the Everton game, and obviously we talked about the Arsenal one, but I thought the Everton game today was a bit of a make or break, because I felt like if we drop points, even a draw, and it could just take a little bit of the gloss off of Wednesday. Everyone's going into that Wednesday game now against Real Madrid buzzing. We're all gassed. We're all like, come on, take them on. Like, I'm ready for Real Madrid. Now they don't scare me no more. So I'm ready for Real Madrid. And today we had to get the result, and we got the result that we needed. And obviously Arsenal just went and topped it off with a cherry. So buzzing, thanks to Arsenal.
Yeah, big. Joe Hawks with a 2 said allegations awaken the beast. That is true. That's since then we've been next level. Penguins with a 2. If we beat Chelsea, when would the trophy lift be? We were having this conversation before,
Chelsea.
but not actually sure. But we would think it'd be Chelsea.
No, it's Chelsea.
Oh yeah, it's last whole game of the season, isn't it? Yeah. No, we had a conversation about trophy lift before and what the situation is, but always last home game of the season. Dan Charlius with a 6 month says we can win the 3-peat and treble. 10 years since the Rags won a title. Imagine the meltdown.
Love
That's
it.
the way it is. Euphoria with a 4 month says once Martinelli was out, it was over. Congrats on the bottle job, Arsenal. At least you have prime energy drink. City boys up. Work's not finished. Yes, Euphoria. That's funny. Rob Wilson. Yes, Rob Wilson, the motorsport madman himself with a 5 says GG's in the title, guys. Arsenal had a good run, but they couldn't get it across the line. Yes, Rob Wilson, mate. Cronenberg with a 5. Says City are having a bad season. Haaland makes City worse. Arsenal are clear. City are done. It's not the same City. Heard it all this season. See you later. Yes, Cronenberg, mate. That is true.
Factual.
That is true. Murrell with a 2. Yes, Murrell, mate. Hang on, let's just reset. Julia with a 5. Hello, Hugh. We met before the Arsenal match at the Etihad. Whoa, Hugh,
yes, we did.
What are you getting up to, Hugh?
Lovely lady, Julia. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah. City man with a 2 says if we beat Chelsea on Sunday, there'll be a trophy lift. Will the trophy lift be that day? Yes, it will. It'll be on that day. Which is crazy because now they'll be prepping now for that.
I'm just buzzing the fact that like we can win the league at home, man. Like winning the league away from home is dead. Like I genuinely think that like the FA should always put like Liverpool, City, Arsenal, and probably United at home on the final day if possible. But you can't have both United and City at home. Like, I get that, but like, you know what I mean? Like, we should try and get as many teams at home as possible because you always want to win the league at home, man. You know what I mean? You want to win it in front of your home fans. So the fact that we can now win it on Sunday against Chelsea at home is just great stuff. You don't want to win it away from home, man, in front of 1,000, 1,500 fans. You know what I mean? Even if you go somewhere with a big stadium, half of them are fucking corporate fans anyway these days. So you want to win it at home, and the fact that we have the opportunity, it's in our hands. We go out there on Sunday, beat Chelsea. I can't wait to see Gundo lift that Premier League trophy, man.
I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there as well, man. I'm going to get a vlog for all of you lot.
The vlog.
Don't worry, chat. There's a vlog coming for hopefully trophy day. So get your cross fingers, or what's that one, Jordan? What's that one called again? The crossed arms in the chat for a trophy day, hopefully.
You're getting complimented on your Riz, by the way, Hugh. You're getting complimented on your Riz because Julia said hi to you. Everyone's like, "Oh, use the Riz."
Listen, man, the chat need to chill out, man. The chat are always moving mad about my life outside of work. You know, they're always trying to ask me questions about what I do.
Trying to set you up. We know you're single, innit? Got to set you up. The Italian stallion with a 10 says, 1 win, getting ever closer now. Guys, I have a question. If Arsenal beat Forest, City lose to Chelsea, how many points do we need in the last 2 games for the title?
So what? What was that?
If Arsenal beat Forest and we lose to Chelsea, so they gain 3 points.
We need a win. 2 draws or a win.
Yeah, just need a win
if
in the last 2 games.
That was happened, yeah.
Mohammed with a 2 says Sterling went to Chelsea to watch us win the Prem. Yeah, it's why
that is actually wild.
Well, I said no one's really speaking about it because that's not the narrative because we kind of just allowed it. Yeah. But then now when you think about it, against Chelsea, that is so grim.
That is pain.
That is so grim.
That is painful.
Dr. Footy's second account of the 14s are 4 wins away from immortality. Yes, Dr. Footy. Steve Fry with a 5. Yes, lads. Not bad for a team that isn't what they were. Hey, boys. NFG.
It's crazy. Some of the comments that were coming out mid-season about City, Haaland makes us worse. You know what I mean? City don't look as good as previous years. They're better with a false 9. How fucking dumb do these people look now who are saying that? You know, we are a mint team. We're going to win the league. We're going to win the FA Cup. We're going to win the Champions League. We're going to win it all, baby!
Slicky with a 2 says, hope it's going well, lads. Arsenal are the new Spurs. At least Spurs could beat us. 22 unbeaten. Where's the wafflers? Need to win one game, and we got our league.
The bottle dropped it, mate.
Bottled it.
Arsenal bottled it. That's just a fact. They did bottle the league.
They can't avoid that. Ben Lynn with a 5. Hugh, don't say anything. Just let results speak for yourself. Don't have to say a single word. Come on, say. I guess I'm about Big Six. James G with a 10 said, imagine how good we'd be without Haaland. Talks cheap. Exactly. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're top of the league now, 4 points clear. With Erling Haaland. What if he wasn't in the side?
100%.
You know what I mean? We'd have wrapped this up weeks ago.
Exactly.
We'd have won it by Christmas. We'd have won it by Christmas if he wasn't. Holding us back, Haaland. What are you doing, man?
Yeah. Obeyed with a 50 gifted membership.
Olé!
And then Gary Carpenter came in with another 20 on top of that.
Olé!
Yes, Gary and Obeyed. That is big.
Big support there from the boys.
Obeyed with a 10 as well, giving props to Hugh's speech before. Yes, Hugh, big speech. Dan's about with a 5, so proud to be blue, but staying humble. Football karma as a way of coming after being cocky.
Danny's right. Danny's right. However, it's difficult to stay humble in situations like this. You know what I mean? I'm just ready for it all now. It's not that like I don't respect the teams that we're playing against, Real Madrid and United, and of course we've still got to beat one of Chelsea, Brentford, or Brighton. We still have to beat one of them, right? But I'm just full of confidence. It's not an arrogance, it's confidence. I believe in this team. You know what I mean? I'm not coming out here with chest to say it for chest reasons. I believe in this team. I believe that my team, Manchester City, are going to do something special this season. You know what I mean? We hunted Arsenal down from a bad position. We were playing awful football. The team was stinker. We couldn't even pass the ball from back to front. You know what I mean? We were seriously poor. And we've clawed it back, you know what I mean? And it was difficult. There was times in the season where we're thinking, we're doing good here, but Arsenal are not going to let this slip. And we just kept on doing our thing, focused on ourselves. We did what we needed to do against Arsenal. We beat them home and away. And then boom, you know what I mean? Arsenal obviously slipped up and they let us take the lead, and we're likely to now to go on and win the league. Real Madrid, you know, I respect Real Madrid, of course I do. You know what I mean? Best European football club in history, the biggest club in the world, in my opinion. But I'm confident my team, you know, I've seen my team claw back these points. I'm confident my team has learned from its Champions League mistakes. So I'm just going to back my team to go and do the job on Wednesday. I'll back my team to go do the job against United. You know what I mean? So let's see what happens. But the confidence is flowing. The
confidence should be there. It's, like you said before, innit? Built different blues. We are built different.
If you can't get giddy at a time like now, like as a fan, you know, we're not the players, we're not the manager. We don't have to, you know, channel ourselves in now and focus specifically on what we're doing on Wednesday night. We fans have just witnessed a 22 game beaten streak, an 11-game Premier League winning run, Champions League semi-final, opportunity to go to the final. The team's playing class. I think we're allowed to be giddy. I get football's a humbler, and I get things can go against you because that's the way it works, but we're allowed to feel confident. We're allowed to ooze confidence and be excited about what we're seeing. You should be excited, people. You should be gassed for what the next 3-4 weeks has in store, because this team could do it all.
Yeah. Benno with Benno with a 2 said, a guy sold me his ticket for Sunday, and the guy now wants it back.
Oh, pain.
And Benno put, nah, mate.
No returns, mate.
No returns. That is pain. Dago with a 5 says, we need to stay calm. Don't be overconfident. Remember, we lose the rags during the Centurion year, question mark.
We'll see.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? We just got to back ourselves in the final. I back us in that final 100%. You have to. Charlotte Dog with a 7 months. Charlotte says, De Zerbi was right. We saw the real Brighton today. Yeah, he was right. So glad we might not have to get anything against them now. I'm really, really, really hoping that we can win a league against Chelsea this weekend, so we don't have to do anything against Brentford and Brighton away, because that stinks.
Agreed.
Daisy with a 2 months says, we need Liverpool back. Arsenal making it too easy for us. That's funny. Gary Carpenter with a 10 after they gifted as well. He said, I'll be in Manchester for the Chelsea game. Brooklyn in Manchester. Drinks on me, Braze. Gary, mate, when we're out partying, mate, I'll hold you to that. K-Mac, or KMC with a 4.99 says, can't believe the fans left at the Emirates. It's a young team and they'll be gutted. Anyhow, we are mint.
We are mint.
Anyway.
We are a bit mint.
We are mint. A little bit mint. MCFC Solo the 5. I didn't think there could be any more motivation for Wednesday, but thank you, Arsenal. We're on the verge of history. We must. What a day to be a Blue. So, yeah.
I'm just so. I know I've said this a few times now, but guys, I'm so buzzing that we have the opportunity to beat Chelsea at home now and win the league. Like, it's no guarantee, of course. You know, on the day Chelsea do have good players. On the day they could do it, but to win the league at home in front of your own fans, that's what you want, man. That's what you want. So the players now, regardless of what happens on Wednesday, we win, we lose, whatever. You know what I mean? We go through to a Champions League final, we get knocked out, and there's heartbreak. Go and do it in front of the fans, man. On Sunday, let's lift that trophy on Sunday at home in front of our own supporters. That's what you got to do now. That's what you got to do.
Check this, right? We beat Chelsea, yeah? Right, and obviously won the league. I got a question for you. I'm going to read for you, just put it in the chat there. Scott Carson in net on now.
I mean, maybe.
Bro.
Maybe he will. He's done it before.
He's done it before against Newcastle. Scott Carson in there.
Yeah, maybe he'll do it. Yeah.
I don't care. I actually don't care. Once we wrap up, he can play who he wants against Brighton and Brentford as long as they're preparing right for them.
Carlos Borges in there. Yeah. Memes doing it 5 months, was it? 8 months. Says, I'll be honest, I had a feeling that Brighton could win. Remember, the Brighton manager did say that Arsenal will see the real Brighton, and they did. They got roasted.
I didn't think they'd win. I thought Arsenal would. I thought, honestly, genuinely thought Arsenal would win every game.
I thought Arsenal would just carry on winning, yeah.
I thought Arsenal, 3 dubs, we have to do our thing.
I said it in the watch log. I said, like, Arsenal are kind of, like, back in their, like, mode of winning games, like, game after game after game, but they clear Brighton had a different plan for that. Tinsay with a 2, possible to go to the Champions League final and win the Premier League this week.
What week that would be.
That's an incredible week in football. It's an incredible week.
Champions League final and winning the league in the same week. That would be incredible. That would be incredible.
Lizzie in the chat says Pep will draw the line at Phillips starting a game even after we win the league.
Very possible, yeah.
You've got to play Calvin, man. You've got to. If we win against Chelsea, let Calvin start both games for God's sake.
Free Phillips.
Please. Free my guy, man. Free him up 100 times.
Free the boy, innit? Nick Tower the 14 says Chelsea postponed used 2 years ago Aguero Panenka. Oh yeah, do you remember when Aguero did the penalty in it? It's the penalty he did the Panenka, yeah. Remember that? MCFC Solo with 2 said, as I always say, move humbly, one game at a time. Yes, MCFC Solo.
Hard not to, though.
It's hard not to get gassed, though, isn't it?
It's
very hard not to get gassed. Cronenberg with a 2 says, get that BBC News beat loaded for next weekend, LB. Yeah, don't worry.
I'm going to write my speech, man.
I've already got it loaded.
Speech is prepared. It's ready.
The news beat preloaded. We're done. We're ready for it.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's a banger, that as well.
It is a fucking tune, mate.
It's a big tune. If you've never heard the BBC News beat and you're like, what are these talking about? Then you're not...
Sunday.
Next Sunday, you'll
all
know.
I can say. Be there.
You'll know. Samar with a 729 says, all the Pep haters can finally go take a walk now. Yep, I mean... It gains more when we lose games, but Neil M with a 5 month says, yes, lads, love the content. I'd really love Caicedo. He's so versatile and he'd be perfect in the 6 or 8 position for us.
Well, he played really well today. The whole Brighton team played exceptional. They are a fantastic team. I'm just glad we don't have to go there now and have to win. You know what I mean? Because we win on Sunday, win the league. You know, they are a brilliant team. It'll be interesting to see how they get on next year because they're going to lose Caicedo. I'd imagine they're going to lose him. I'd imagine they're going to lose McAllister. I imagine there'll be some teams in for that Evan Ferguson as well because he's a decent player. How will they be able to recover? That's the thing for them. But they are a fantastic team. De Zerbi is a quality manager. His stocks are very high right now. Again, is a club in Europe going to come in for him and say, come and take on this job? They're going to have a tricky time keeping the players, keeping the manager, but they are a fantastic team to watch. They're so good. And yeah, I mean, big up to Brighton today because they were amazing. They really were.
Bentley with a 5. I get to watch City win the Prem against Chelsea and Raheem Sterling with my best mate, who is a Chelsea supporter, in Miami. 11 a.m. Ben incoming. Yes, Benland. I've never heard anyone call him Raheem before, but I rate it. Tinsay with a 2. Club needs rigorous penalty training for the second leg. Facts. We need to be on them penalties, man. I don't want no sweating.
That is true.
OG Go Dopa with a 5. If City beat Chelsea next week and become Premier League champs, y'all think we play Kyle Walker in goal against Brighton to show our appreciation for today?
Well, Brighton are on that Europa League hunt. They want to try and finish 5th. They're currently 4 points behind Liverpool with a game in hand. So, I mean, you know what? If I'm game to just play the kids that day, give them the W, providing we beat Chelsea, of course.
Mdopa with another 5, but that one's message retracted. Yes, Mdopa, I appreciate the super chat, bro. Cal with a 2. We going out after Chelsea or nah? Of course we're going out after Chelsea. Well, if we win, we're going out after Chelsea. Yeah. Yes, 100%. Zach Holiday, yes, Zach Holiday, mate, with a 5 months. Just spamming berry emojis, yes. Fabian Olsen with a 3 months. Nottingham to Arsenal the day before. Oh, Nottingham versus Arsenal the day before Chelsea. Champions without playing? Question mark.
Well, the only way that happens if they actually win Forest, and I don't think Forest will beat Arsenal. You never know, a draw might happen. I think Arsenal will probably win the game.
They might be down in the dumps, isn't it?
Yeah, possibly. And I suppose that Forest still are in this relegation scrap, so they may be fighting for it. They've not lost in the last 2, only 1 loss in the last 4, with 2 wins included in there as well. I would imagine Arsenal will win that game, though.
Yeah. Nathan Gray with a 5 says, if we win midweek and at the weekend, would you want players to be rested for Brighton and Brentford? So rested for the 2 finals?
No.
Not completely. I wouldn't have none of the players because they need to still be playing football.
Yeah, you got to keep that match fitness, that match sharpness. So I wouldn't want full changes against Brighton and Brentford. Of course, you want to start limiting players' game time so they're not constantly playing 90 minutes. But I want to be going into that FA Cup final with everyone having played minutes. I don't want to be playing the kids in any of them games.
Well, you also want to practice what you preach as well, don't we? You want to keep that winning mentality going. You want to, like when Arsenal was saying they've got bigger fish to fry, they're not arsed about losing games to focus on other things. I think it's good. Keep the winning. You set out to beat Brighton, set out to beat Brentford. Keep the winning thing going. Keep the team used to winning. Don't let it slow down. Yeah. I get you can rotate more and take the foot off the gas a little bit on the basis that you've already secured the bag in terms of the Premier League, but keep the winning thing going, man. That's so imperative for continuing momentum.
Yeah, I agree. Don't change what's working, innit? You know what I mean?
Hamad by the 79 says Man City Prem Champions 2022-23 LFG. Come on, my man's already singing it. Channel YouTube with the 2. Interesting. Arsenal are much better without Gabby.
Well, he did very little in the game.
He didn't do too much. So in fact, Arsenal didn't do too much of the team though. Dr. 40 with the 14s are, if we were 120% versus Madrid, Istanbul hold the door. If we're 120% versus Madrid, it's basically saying that we'll win. If we're at 120%, okay, back that. Danzibar with a 5. Imagine Rodri got a bad injury against Brighton or Brentford. Calvin comes, Carson all have to start. Heck, start EDS. First 11 need ball wrap. But but
not for me.
But then if you wrap them up too much, then it could be a bit rusty by the time you need them to be playing. Yeah. I think the consistency that this City team does better playing every 3 days. In my opinion.
I agree. I wouldn't be fully resting in bubble wrap. Like I said, I'd be resting and giving players time off and here and there. But for me, I agree with you, man. You know what I mean? You got to keep that winning momentum going. You know what I mean? Going to that. Because imagine you lose against Brentford on the last day of the season. Like, obviously, it doesn't really matter because you won the league, but like, you want everyone to be like, oh shit, we lost. Like, you want to keep that good feeling going, man. You want to keep that good, positive momentum going into the game. So for me, stick with the team that's doing it. Of course, maybe you can drop Diaz and put someone else in. Maybe you can play Alvarez as a striker instead of Haaland, and put Haaland on for the final 30 minutes or take him off after 60 minutes. But you've got to keep the core of the team playing so that they're match fit and they can take that confidence and winning run into the cup games, 100%.
Alex with 8 months said Chelsea tickets are like gold dust now. Also in live stream, you should make a bet. How long until Champions of Europe? You'll never sing that.
Oh.
You don't know, innit? Gay Psycho with a 3 months said yes, Scott Carson season. That's it. Debo Mitro with a 179 says no treble talks please until you win the FA and Champions League, so relax.
I know, but I'm confident, bro. I'm confident. You know what I mean? And I know we could be humbled on Wednesday. I know Real Madrid are a fantastic team, but I just believe in these players, man. I believe in these players.
If we don't talk about it now, we might not get to talk about it at all because Real Madrid could humble us on Wednesday. So I mean, this is.
If you get humbled, you get humbled. No, we're still in the Prem, innit? So it's what it is.
We're 4 games away from it, so that's crazy. Akil, yes, Akil with the 5 months. I believe when we lost to Spurs that we'll come back and win a league. And boy, the team did not disappoint. City's like, yes, Akil. Fila with us 99.99 says winning the title against Chelsea would be a full circle moment after they single-handedly cost us the quadruple during the 2021 season.
I just can't believe that Sterling could watch us.
Sterling could watch us win the Premier League.
That's unbelievable.
It's weird because last season,
if I was Raheem Sterling, I'd pull a hammy this week and say, I can't travel to Manchester.
Yeah, I can't travel. Yeah.
I got hamstring injury in it. Yeah, I agree.
Sean Luke with 5. Hey guys, I'm a Liverpool fan, but I can't help but admire the success of your football club. It makes me motivated to go out and have success as a drummer. Yes, Sean Luke. Mate. Best of luck.
Respect, man. Respect. Yeah, respect for that.
That is big. Massively appreciate it, bro.
Respect. And let me tell you something, Sean Luke. Arsenal, no Liverpool.
Yeah. DJ Sus 2 with a 2. Yes, DJ Sus, mate. I appreciate it. And Anakin Skywalker, welcome back to the Xtra Club.
Come on.
Right.
Insane scenes. It's what a day this has been. Listen, let me tell you something. In a different universe, City could have got beat today and Arsenal would have won and it would have been fucking pain.
Back on.
But nah, City done their job. We did what we needed to do. We showed our experience today, and Arsenal showed their inexperience and naivety. A fantastic day for the blue half of Manchester. We are very, very close. One hand on the title, one hand on the trophy. We go again on Wednesday. Real Madrid at home. Everyone make sure you get gassed. Make sure you get hyper because Wednesday is going to be crazy. And then we move. Sunday, next weekend, is the day that Manchester City can lift and win the Premier League. It's going to be insane. Big up to Ashton for the 1 month. People, crazy, man. Crazy. Go spend time with the family. Enjoy what you're doing. And we'll see you in the next one. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
In a bit.